Welcome back to History and Freemasonry, where ancient symbols reveal timeless truths. Freemasonry as a mystery school, through the eyes of Manly. P. Hall. Freemasonry has long been shrouded in mystery. To the outside world, it may seem like a fraternity of symbols, rituals, and brotherhood. But according to Manly P. Hall, one of the most influential esoteric writers of the 20th century, Masonry is much more. Hall described Freemasonry as nothing less than a modern continuation of the ancient mystery schools of Egypt, Greece, and Babylon. In The Lost Keys of Masonry, 1923, he declared, "The Masonic Lodge is a mystery school, where candidates are guided beyond the noise of the world to uncover the hidden mysteries of life and the soul." In The Secret Teachings of All Ages, 1928, Hall wrote that much of the ritualism of Freemasonry is based on the trials to which candidates were subjected by the ancient hierophants. This was not coincidence. Hall explained that the very structure of the lodge echoes the temples of the mysteries. The candidate's initiation mirrors the death and rebirth dramas of antiquity, trials meant to purify the soul and awaken divine wisdom. The most central of these dramas is the legend of Hiram Abiff, the master builder. Hall taught that this story was based on the ancient rites of Osiris. Just as Osiris was slain and resurrected, so too does the initiate symbolically die and rise again, emerging as a new man in search of the lost word, the hidden truth of the divine. In Freemasonry of the Ancient Egyptians, 1937, Hall even equated Masonry itself with Isis, the mother of mysteries, a sacred institution that gives birth to initiates as widows' sons. For Hall, Masonry was not an invention of the 18th century, but the heir to a lineage that stretched back to the dawn of civilization. But Hall was clear. Masonry has both an outer and an inner face. He described it as a fraternity within a fraternity, an outer organization concealing an inner brotherhood of the elect. The outer organization welcomes men of good character, binding them by oaths of morality and brotherhood. But the inner circle carries forward the ancient work of the mysteries, the spiritual regeneration of man, the quest for wisdom, and the construction of Solomon's temple, not in stone, but in the soul of each Mason. This is why, in Hall's words, Masonry is a religion which is essentially creedless. It is not tied to one prophet or one book. Instead, it serves the light itself, the eternal wisdom reflected in every true spiritual tradition. To Hall, Freemasonry was never just a social club or a relic of Enlightenment Europe. It was the last living mystery school, a keeper of ancient truths, and a teacher of universal brotherhood. Through allegory, ritual, and degrees of initiation, Masonry carries the same eternal mission as the mysteries of Egypt, Eleusis, and beyond, to transform man from ignorance into light. In the end, Hall's message was simple, yet profound. To be a Mason is to be an initiate of the great work, a builder not of temples of stone, but of the temple of the soul. And so, Freemasonry endures, not as a shadow of the past, but as a living mystery school for those who seek truth, wisdom, and light. If you find Masonic history enlightening, please like, share, and subscribe, and continue your journey in the light of the great architect of the universe. Thank you.